Oh my Jeebus, it's the second commentary. So this is our second official album review, and I was still rolling with let the character be negative, let the character just hate on shit. But the production values, everything else on the episode is a definite step above the very first one. The lighting is better, the colors, everything just is so much better, except for my performance. I'm still rolling with that blah 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 being bland and boring. This episode feels so long. Man, I love the Beatles, and I love their movies, man. The freaking Beatles are awesome. I know a lot of people who will bitch and who will complain, and I'm not a person who will ever sit here and be like, oh, I hate that because it's overrated. Like, I can't stand people who use that to hate on something. I'm like, really? That's what you're going with? It's overrated? Really? That's the only thing that makes you hate them, is that it's overrated. Like, everyone I know, Beatles is overrated. Yeah, it might be overhyped a little bit, but you gotta have something. You gotta tell me something better for me to really sit here and listen to you. Overrated. But yeah, back to, we filmed that. We thought it would look funny. I think these jokes should have been spread out further. Like, I could have put this toward the end of like, in today's world, I would have moved this toward the end of the episode. But yeah, that's a normal practice session over here. And then I'm still rolling with this, let me tell you everything about the band as if you never heard of them before. And I understand, there's a lot of people who don't know that stuff. But, like, at first I thought the show was gonna sort of tell you the history of the band as well. But that just turned to be way, way boring, and we'll get into that on the Billy Idol episode. But I sort of just tell you what you need to know in order to understand my thoughts on the album. That's how it is now. Back then it was just, Mick Jagger was born on blah 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 blah. He started playing guitar at the age of whatever. And this guy looks a lot like Mark Hamill. Yeah, theremins are awesome, man. I need a freaking theremin so bad. So it's even more connected to the Beatles? Yeah, look at him. He smiled a little bit. He showed a little bit of emotion. That's cute. God, I love this album cover though, man. Like, I make that mean joke about it looking like Harry Potter or something, but it's still freaking cool, man. Gee, that's a horrible, horrible impression. When we were making these, I didn't know, in my head I thought it would sound funny, but after I put it up, and I was like, this is stupid. And this is also the first time we did these track pieces here, where I say track 1, blah da da, and like I was like, I wanted to do it on the Kiss one, but I still didn't know if we knew how to do this, or if we would want to continue to do this. So everything, we evolved with each episode, and for the better. But so me and Stas came in here into the studio and just played with the tambourines and the drums, and she played the flute. We just tried to mimic the psychedelic hippie love music and sort of just mimic this album. That's sort of what they're here for, is to an extra goofy gag And they're actually a lot of fun to make. Some of them I'll be like, damn, I could turn that into a real song. And even the background here, I still have the dolls back there, and Slow Flux is the only vinyl record that I'm showing off here. Like, originally I didn't want to have the CDs and the vinyl records in the background. Originally, I was just going to be standing up next to a white wall, and I was like, because I didn't want to be like that guy with the, collection in the background, but I said, fuck it, just do it, man. I mean, you can only be pretentious to certain extents, Travis. But yeah, I mean, it also, some people commented about some of the shit that we have in the background, which is cool. I mean, the whole point of the show is to get people to discuss the music that they like, the music that they don't like, and this, that's the whole point. Just, and this is also, there's songs that I like and there's songs that I don't like, and that's really with every album. Even if it's an album that I can listen to all the way through without skipping any tracks, there's some weaker songs to me. And that's another thing, is I'm not like, oh, I hate this album, blah blah blah. That's not what I want to convey. And that's really not how I see this being done. There are things that I talk a little more about one song, and then I'll do a goofy joke and skim over the next one. It's just supposed to be fun. Mostly I hope that people will watch this and be like, oh, well, the band is cool. Let me look at their other albums. Or, especially in the later case when we're reviewing all the shittier prog albums. Like, The Love Beach. Yeah, so that's Kyle and another dude named Steven. Steven randomly showed up with Johnny that day, and Kyle just happened to pop in too. And when I asked Kyle if he wanted to be in it, and he starts like tripping out. He's like, dude, you just threw it on me, man. I had no idea I'd be doing this. Well, I had no idea he was coming over. And so I just asked him if he wanted to do it. And he starts freaking, man. And he's like, dude, I will do it. And I'm like, dude, you don't have to do it if you don't want to. And he's like, but man, you asked me, man, and I'm gonna do it. I'm like, alright. See, Kyle never comes around that often. And he's sort of like a whisper in the wind. That's what Kyle is. You see him every once in a while. In fact, we haven't really seen him much in the past 7 or 8 months, really. And much after that. I mean, yeah, I read all this. They caught a lot of flack for the album. But really, it's just what everyone else was doing. It's what was cool at the time to do, so. But yeah, it is very Sgt. Peppery, but I like both of them. I like Pepper for different reasons, and I like this one for other reasons. See, fuck you, you asshole. I like this CD. This is a Travis from a freaking different universe who just hates shit. Oh, this song, yeah, this is an old song I did. One of the first ones that I played drums on. And they're not bad drums, but they're not good drums either. But it's supposed to be a little hippie jam, and so we decided to start using our own songs on the credits, and we will see you guys on the next commentary.